Now at 6, phone lines are open for the 35th annual Toy Box campaign. You donate, our volunteers shop, and together we can make Christmas a little brighter for kids in the 4 states. Plus, Mercy Park gets into the holiday spirit with its annual Holiday Tree Trail, and how to make sure the gift of a Christmas pet doesn't end up back in the shelter.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The phone bank is open. Hi there, volunteers. For 35 years now, you and your neighbors have helped to provide gifts for area kids in need through the KOAM Toy Box campaign. It's really simple. You just have your credit card ready. Call the number at the bottom of your screen, 888-620-4869. Sponsors from Equity Bank are ready to take your calls. One is taking a call. We need the others to call and getting some calls as well. Give any amount. We're going to do the shopping for you. 100% of your donation will go to buy toys for kids in our area. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. The Toy Box campaign directly impacts hundreds of area families, helping kids to have a happy Christmas morning. KOAM's Fernanda Silva has more.
Nancy Reynolds was only 7 years old, but she remembers her best Christmas day.
We had decorated paper bags and set them out by our fireplace because we didn't have stockings. And when we woke up the next morning, there were stockings and a 4-foot Christmas tree and presents. It was just like, it was magic.
The magic for the little Nancy happened thanks to donors who supported her mom during trying times. Years later, as a single unemployed mom, Nancy could once again experience the same magic coming from unknown supporters, this time toward her daughters.
I explained to them that they probably wouldn't be getting Christmas presents, and I felt really badly about it. So when they woke up on Christmas morning and there were presents for them to open, it really comes down to it's not about the gifts, it's about the fact that somebody put the thought in and the effort.
The Salvation Army helps to distribute toys collected through the Toy Box program. That organization also operates the Angel Tree program, which helps to gather wish lists.
If you can't afford your utilities, you're probably not affording Christmas gifts for your kids. And I know as a mother, I don't know how I could do without giving my child something for Christmas.
For the Salvation Army captain, supporting Toy Box can also be an opportunity to relieve and create memories.
Maybe, if they're older and they want to remember buying gifts for their own children, or they can incorporate their kids. They can say, kids, we're going to shop for a couple kids your age because they won't have gifts at Christmas, but that's something we can do for them.
It makes sure that they're not ever going to wake up and go out to that Christmas tree and think that Santa forgot them.
A chance to show kids that neither Santa nor their 4 states community forgot about them. In Joplin, Fernanda Silva, KOAM News.
Now you can support Toy Box and local families by calling right now. You can also go to our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. Equity Bank is one of the many sponsors of this year's Toy Box campaign. In addition to answering phones for us today, volunteers from Equity also shop for some of the gifts that are going to be handed out. For all of our volunteers, this event is a true labor of love.
And just feel the love of Christmas. I know it's a special time where families get together and friends get together and they celebrate just each other. And so I think it's very exciting that kids that may not otherwise get the opportunity would really have that opportunity this year. And so that's very exciting to me.
Again, the number to call right now is 888-620-4869. Now let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty for a first look at the weather.
Well, it turned out to be a nice Tuesday for us today. Temperatures, most of us went into lower 50s for highs. Of course, we're dropping back slowly now through the 50s, 40s, and eventually we'll end up into the mid-30s later on tonight. A little breezy out there. We have the southwesterly winds 5 to 10, but these are going to pick up as we go through the overnight hours for us tonight. So it is going to be windy tonight, tomorrow, then into Thursday ahead. of our next storm system. But right now we look okay. We have clear skies across the region. We'll stick with the clear skies for us tonight, but then clouds are going to start to increase on Wednesday, and that is going to lead us into our next chance for rain, which is going to start to roll in on Thursday. If you are going to be out this evening, it's going to be fine. Clear skies, a little breezy. We'll slide back through the 40s into the mid-30s later on tonight. And of course, we're going to break down those rain chances for you here in just a bit.
See you soon. Hey, if you visit Mercy Park in Joplin, you're going to find a scene fit for a Christmas card. Dozens of trees now line the park trail, all of them decorated by different groups and organizations. The lighting ceremony took place this evening at 6, but if you missed it, well, you can still witness these trees in all their glory until December 20th.
Our colors are blue and white, so we really want to highlight our school colors. These were added and some of these just to give a little bit more, but we have the blue lights on the other side that kind of rain down, and it's really cool because you can see them from the road.
Again, you can see all of these festive trees and vote for your favorite until December 20th. Giving a furry friend for Christmas might seem like a good idea, but it could become a rehoming issue after the holiday season. KOAM's Amber Jenkins has more.
We believe that you need to choose your own pet and decide if that's a responsibility you're ready to take on.
Area shelters are recommending to not give pets as Christmas presents. The gift could end up in a shelter after the holiday season.
Pets are a lot of responsibility, and not everybody's ready for that. Especially older people, their kids think they need a pet, and they're not always willing to donate that much time to them, and they do get returned to the shelter.
Usually, life gets busier during the holidays. The festivities could be too much for your new friend.
Because a lot of these shelter pets have never had a Christmas, sadly. So it's a lot of overstimulation. The last thing that we really encourage for everybody to do is to put a lot of pressure on that new animal when they're already getting ready for your household, and then you have 70 people coming over for a Christmas party. Don't do that to them.
Instead of surprising someone with a pet for the holidays, there's some other alternatives.
Someone could come in and pay the adoption fee and then still let the person choose
the kid
their own, choose their own pet.
Come foster. You can foster to adopt. If it works out, fantastic. You proceed forward with adoption. If not, you've given that holiday to that animal. They got to see new sights, new sounds, socialization. That's a gift into itself.
Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
Shelters say January is when gifted pets are typically surrendered. Coming up, Kansas Governor Laura Kelly hits the pause button on that new design for Kansas license plates. Plus, members of the Joplin community come together to find solutions for homelessness. And don't forget, you can donate to our Toy Box campaign right now. We want to thank Jane Barker from Neosho for her contribution. Nancy and John Messick from Jasper County, thank you, $75. Tom Northing of Joplin, thank you for your $50 donation. And Jane and Tom of Pittsburgh, thank you for your $100. Any amount helps to make sure. Watered Gardens Ministries in Joplin hosted an open conversation about issues of homelessness in our community. The main discussion was about the questions and misinformation out there concerning homelessness and what Watered Gardens is doing. The event also served as a way to introduce the work of Watered Gardens to members of the community. The co-founder and executive director of Watered Gardens Ministries says it was an opportunity to look for some solutions. State of Kansas has decided to put a pause on a new license plate design. Kansas Governor Laura Kelly said today the pause will enable the public to weigh in on the design. Kansans will now have the opportunity to vote for their favorite design among several that follow guidelines that comply with the needs of law enforcement entities. In an online KOAM poll, less than 10% of respondents say they actually liked the proposed design. That poll is still open. You can give your opinion at KOAMnewsnow.com. Doug's forecast is next, and later high school basketball season tips off. John's going to have details for us on tonight's games. In the meantime, our volunteers are standing by to take your donations. Want to recognize a few of you who've already donated. Tara and Josh Tecchio of Fort Scott, $500. Thank you so much. Billy has 9 grandkids, 6 great-grands, and still managed to give $150 from Webb City. Thank you. Judy and Jim Vitt of Parsons, thank you for your $50 donation. You're challenging all other Day and Zimmerman.
Well, it turned out to be a nice Tuesday for us today. Plenty of sunshine across the region. Temperatures great as we warmed into lower 50s. A hair below where we should be for this time of the year, but still pretty close to the end of November, heading into the beginning of December, which is right around the corner. All right, clear skies for us right now. We're going to continue to see clear skies as we head through the evening hours. Temperatures dropping back through the upper 40s into lower 50s. Eventually, we'll drop back into the mid-30s later on tonight. But if you're going to be out this evening, clear skies, of course, the sun sets early. We slide back through the 40s into the mid-30s. And the winds are going to start to pick up a little bit for us as we go into late tonight and then into Wednesday. We're going to have those southerly winds increasing 10 to 20. And these are going to stay kind of breezy all the way through Thursday. And then they'll start to lighten up just a little bit. But you can see gusts at times into Thursday morning are going to be in that 25 to 35 mile per hour range. Clear skies now. We'll stick with the clear skies tonight, but our next storm system is building out across parts of Arizona into New Mexico, western parts of Texas. This system will give us chances for rain starting on Thursday. Now, until then, I think we look okay. Let me take you through time tonight. Clear will drop back near freezing for an overnight low. Clouds will start to slowly increase through the morning hours tomorrow, then really thicken up as we get into tomorrow afternoon. High temp is going to be right around 57, 58 degrees, which is pretty good. We're going to have those southerly winds. They're going to be gusty across the region. Tomorrow night, clouds continue to thicken. We'll start to see some showers picking up in our southern counties by Thursday morning. However, tomorrow night, most of us will stay dry. And really the first half of the day on Thursday, I think most of us will stay dry. But here come showers, even a rumble or two of thunder moving in Thursday afternoon into the evening hours. So we're looking at 7 p.m. We can go into Thursday night, periods of rain, temperature sitting right around 50. Rain continues into Friday morning, and then finally, as we go through the morning hours on Friday, the rain will start to push out and taper off. But rainfall amounts, of course, we could use the rain. I think most of us will pick up with this next system, half an inch, maybe upwards to an inch of rain, which is definitely something that we need. And again, this is going to be Thursday into Friday, but your Wednesday looks okay. We start with clear skies. Now, clouds will start to increase as we go through the day, but a high temperature right around 57 degrees, which is actually pretty good for this time of the year. And then also this weekend is shaping up pretty well behind this system. All right, 57 Wednesday. Let's go 53 on Thursday. Chilly, 49 on Friday with the rain, but back near 60 as we head into Saturday and Sunday. And then mainly dry as we go through next week. Temperature is pretty good into the 50s to lower 60s.
Doug, thanks. Still ahead, Joplin boys basketball plays its first game under its new head coach, Nick Pfeiffer. Plus, the girls basketball tournament at Carl Junction continues into day 2. John Dales has those stories and more up next. And don't forget, our volunteers are standing by ready to take your donations to our Toy Box campaign. The phones are not currently ringing, but they have been. Thank you, Michael Knaps from Joplin, $20. Vicki Arnold, Fort Scott, $25. Melinda Garcia from McDonald County, thank you for your $25 donation. Betty Stafford and family.
High school basketball season is here. The long journey leading towards state championships in the spring begins while the weather is just starting to get really cold here in November. One of the first tournaments of the year is taking place at Carl Junction. In the CJ Classic, the first game of the second day of play features McDonald County and Nevada. Lady Tigers dropped their first game of the tournament to Springdale yesterday evening. Mustangs are playing in their first game of the tournament. Now, Game 2 features the host school, Carl Junction, coming off a comeback win over Neosho last night, in which Kylie Scott led the way with 21 points. Tonight, the Lady Bulldogs play Parkview. We're going to have highlights from both of those games, which you can catch tonight on KOAM News at 10. Starting first with the contest between McDonald County and Nevada, two Big 8 rivals meeting early in the season. The Mustangs won their first game of the season nearly 2 weeks ago over Hillcrest. This game, number 3 on the year for Nevada. Then over to the final game of the night. Again, that's Carl Junction and Parkview. Lady Vikings haven't played a game yet this year per Misha's website. Now they're coming off an 11-16 campaign last season. Of course, last year, Carl Junction only lost 2 games the entire season. Now that's not the only girls basketball tournament happening in Southwest Missouri tonight as we move over to Seneca. The Indians hosting the People's Bank of Seneca girls basketball tournament. And last night, Seneca took down Southwest in convincing fashion, 51-13. The final score in that one. Tonight, the Indians play Buffalo. That contest just got tipped off at the top of the hour. We'll keep you updated on that score tonight. Elsewhere in that same tournament, Aurora plays Southwest at 7:15. Like I mentioned, the Lady Trojans coming off a blowout loss last night. Lady Hounds, meanwhile, beat up on Buffalo 72-30. They've hit the 70-point mark in each of their 2 games this season, trying to make it 3 tonight. And boys high school basketball also tipping off in the area this evening. We've got our first look at a few Missouri schools about 10 days ago. That was in jamborees. Tonight, Joplin and McDonald County boys hoops open their 23-24 season. That game tips off in just over a half hour, 7 o'clock start time at McDonald County High School. The Mustangs were a bit undermanned for their jamboree at Neosho. That was because their football team was still in the playoffs at that point. For Joplin, tonight is the first game under the direction of first-year head coach Nick Pfeiffer. That's it for sports. We're back after this. And don't forget, our Toy Box campaign is well underway. Any donation of any amount helps make sure every child in the 4 states has a Merry Christmas.
Here's a look at what's coming up tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We're going to learn more about the Holiday Tree Trail in Joplin, and we're going to see it all lit up. Plus, how an assisted living facility in Joplin is helping senior citizens feel the Christmas spirit. And Ineo A&M in Miami receives a nearly $4 million grant to improve services for online students. Hope you join us for those stories and a lot more. It's coming up tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. And also on this newscast and also at 9, you do still have time to phone in to our Toy Box campaign. Look at that. They have time to wave, but you're not calling them. So give them a call right now. Tell you about a few of you who've donated during this newscast. We told you about Betty Stafford's $100 donation from Joplin. She's encouraging all other bikers to make a donation in kind. Mike and Belinda Adams of Wilson County, $100. Thank you. Deborah from Granby, $20. Rodney Page from Parsons, Kansas, $25. Dennis Dickinson of Bourbon County, $250. Connie Smith from Bourbon County, $25. Roberta Bigelow, thank you for your $25 donation as well. Now let's check back with Doug.
All right, clear skies sticking around for us tonight. It's going to be chilly as we drop back into the mid-30s. 57 on Wednesday. Clouds will start to increase as we go through the day. And then clouds really thicken up tomorrow night. Showers work in Thursday, especially Thursday afternoon. Periods of rain Thursday night into Friday, but clearing out just in time for the weekend.
Thanks, Doug. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, volunteers from Equity Bank. We are going to be doing this again tonight at 9. You can also donate anytime online. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.